Hi guys, welcome to another section of our online class. Today we are going to be making our sausage roll. So in here I have my flour, and after that I'm going to add in my butter. Now you want to mix this butter until it looks like breadcrumbs before introducing any other ingredients. Now after mixing it to form like bread crumbs, you can now add your yeast. Now, a very important aspect, if you are using active yeast, you have to proof it first. But here I'm using instant yeast, so there is no need for proofing here. So I'm going to add it directly to my flour, and after that I'm going to add in my sugar and then my egg. Then I'm going to mix. Now guys, the important aspect of this our dough is that you have to knead it very well. If you are using a mixer, fine, but here I'm using my hand, so you have to knead for up to 20 to 30 minutes. Yes guys, that is the work there, the mixing. So you add your milk and then you are going to knead very well. You want to knead. If you don't knead it very well, you will not get a smooth dough. So you know it's ready when it's smooth and very stretchy. That's when you know that your dough is ready. Now after kneading it, you have to put it in a bowl, cover it with a cling film or a clean towel, and put it in a very warm place. Now the weather is very cold for today, so what I did is I put on my oven, make my oven to be hot, then put it off. Then I had to put my dough inside my oven. That's the one place that it can rise. Now here is after 2 hours, it has doubled in size, so I'm going to deflate it and do another kneading. So what I'm doing here, I'm sharing my batter, dividing them into sections. Sorry, not batter, dough. I meant dough. I'm used to batter. So here I am dividing my dough into different sections, and I'm going to measure each of the balls to be like 60 grams. Yeah, you can do 55 grams, but you don't want your dough to be very big. So you have to do, I would have done 55 here, but here I was doing 60. 55 is still okay. You don't want a big dough because we are going to be rolling very flat. So here you try to pinch out the edges, make sure there are no cracks or any air bubbles. And after doing this stage, put it in your baking tray, allow it to rest again for like 20 minutes. Yes, you have to allow it to rest again so it can rise, and then you can activate the yeast. So once that part is done, this is our rolling. You have to roll. What I did here is, after cutting those sections, I just put it in my palm and then roll. Now here you have to let it rest. After letting it rest, the next thing we are going to do is to roll out our dough. Sprinkle flour on your work table. Roll out your dough as thin as possible. You don't want your dough to be so thick because it's going to rise. So roll it out as thin as possible. So here I'm using 14 sausages, chicken sausages. That's what I'm using here. You can use beef, you can use pork, whichever one. But here I'm using chicken. You can buy it from any of the supermarkets. This right here, I bought it from Hallmark here in Benin. So what I did here now, we are trying to plate. I'm not an expert when it comes to this, but I think I did very well. So you can see the way I cut it and then you plate it. Now if you don't have all that time to start plating, you can just roll in rectangle form, put your sausage at the middle and then roll it over as if you are rolling mat, and you are good to go. But here we are trying to give it that beauty. So I'm going to do it again for you to see one more time what I did, how I plated it. You put your dough, roll it out. Try to roll it out in a rectangular form. Then you place your dough at the middle, cut by the sides, then you start plating. So this is a second opportunity for you to watch and learn how I plated. But if you don't want to plate it, so fine, well and good, it doesn't matter. The plating is just for, that beauty. Now, after building your house, you have to paint. So that's what we are doing here, trying to give it that beauty, that perfection, although it's not perfect, but it looks beautiful. So you can take another look at it and see how we did this, trying to cut it, and there's no pattern for it. Just cut the way you can weave it like you're plating. So just plate it and then try to tuck it underneath so it doesn't pull out. So after that, we are going to egg wash. Now the egg wash, what I use for my egg wash, I used 1 egg and then 2 or 3 tablespoons of milk, mix together, mix. That's what we are going to use to egg wash it. The egg wash will give you that shiny and golden effect that makes it really beautiful. So here's my egg wash. I'm going to egg wash my dough. And then the next thing we are going to do, I'm going to spray my sesame seed. Now, the sesame seed is not compulsory. If you want to, you can add the sesame seed. You know that after cooking your rice, this is the sesame seed. After cooking your rice, you just slice onion on top, giving it that flavor. So that's what sesame seed does. If you do not have it, no problem, nothing spoil. You can go ahead and bake your dough at this stage. So after baking, tada, this is how it looks like. You see the golden color is the milk and the egg wash that made it have this golden color. Looks so beautiful, so yummy. Your children will take it to school and they will be happy. See you.